Hey everyone, want to talk today about our everyday safety, especially when it comes to our situational awareness. Now, you might have heard different people talk about it, different instructors, things like that, and they might have mentioned all kinds of different other people's material or things like that when it comes to situational awareness. Maybe you've heard of something like Colonel John Boyd's OODA loop, or like some people call it the OODA loop, observe, orient, decide, act, or maybe something like Cooper's color codes, your white, yellow, orange, and red. Now, I'm not going to touch on those, but by all means, you can look more into those and see the possible application of those when it comes to your everyday safety and situational awareness. But when it comes to your situational awareness, what we really want to think about is a couple things. The most important one is really avoiding situations that are putting you in danger at all costs. A lot of times what happens is people put themselves into situations without even realizing it, or without paying attention to factors that really were right in front of them, and they just didn't really think about them until it was too late, and then they were in the dangerous situation. Now, this can be especially something just as simple as paying attention to your subconscious, the little thing in the back of your head that maybe is nagging you about, hey, something's off about this situation. Your hair on the back of your neck's kind of tingling a little bit or something, or your spidey senses are going off. Something's off, and a lot of people, they'll just be like, I don't know, it's whatever, and I'll just push through it and keep going on, because when it comes to avoiding situations that might put us in danger, obviously the 100% best way to do that is just to stay home and never go out, or to find an underground bunker and live there for the rest of our lives. But obviously our lifestyle, for most of us, doesn't accommodate that situation of living, because we have work, or we have school, or we're going to go to the store, or we have family functions, or we're going to do some type of recreational event, or anything like that. Something completely normal that obviously we're going to go outside of our residence for. But when it comes to whatever we might be doing, it's that vital thing, is that we make sure we're avoiding situations at all costs that might put us in danger. There was a Walmart in the town that I went to college at and lived for a little bit that most people know as kind of a sketchy Walmart. And it was a joke I would make for the students in my basic concealed carry class. Say, well, once you start concealed carrying, make sure you're going to go to that Walmart with your gun. And obviously people laugh things out, but the reframe for that was that really there's no reason for us to have to go to that Walmart. If you're going to some place that you already are like, I'm gonna make sure I take my gun, or I'm gonna make sure I've got whatever on me, you shouldn't be going to that place at all. Go to a different Walmart, go to a Target, go to whatever. Go to a different place. If that means embarrassing yourselves and having to leave your family function early, or clocking out of work early, or missing the rest of that game or the rest of the movie or something, do it. It's more important saving yourself, saving your loved ones, than maybe being embarrassed for a little bit. It's very important that we just avoid situations at all costs. And a lot of times, unless it's just a situation that completely blindsides us, we are able to really find and touch on a couple of those key things that are possibly popping up and showing, hey, this is something that maybe I shouldn't get myself into, and not do it. Analogy I would give you is, and I'm going to put a reframe on this, there was a TV show, I think like 30 years ago now. It was super popular, and I'm not going to name the show, but the premise of the show was that the main character usually every day would wake up and there would be a newspaper at his front door or whatever, and it would be the newspaper not for that day but for the following day. So on the newspaper it would have different articles about something that is going to happen that day that he woke up that were tragic, maybe a building burning and some people dying in it, or trucks flipping, or all kinds of situations. I don't even remember them, but it would be situations that, of course, then for the TV show's popularity and its story, he would go to and save or stop or things like that. Instead, imagine you woke up every morning and you got a newspaper and there was an article or something about you getting tragically injured or even possibly dying, you would, or at least most of us, especially sane people that are caring, that want to keep ourselves alive or our family alive, we would avoid that situation at all costs. And that's the same thing. If we go to some place in our life and we are rolling up there and we're seeing something's going on here, I don't know if I should keep going because it seems dangerous, unless for some reason we're staying there to help someone else get out of the dangerous situation, save someone else, things like that. It's not important, it's not worth it that we stay there. It's the physical fight as well as possibly, especially nowadays, whatever legal fight might happen afterwards. So what's vital is that when it comes to situations, when it comes to everyday safety, when it comes to situational awareness, we need to pay attention to different factors that are possibly going on, that we are making sure we're not going to places that would put us possibly in danger. We're not going to possible places and stumbling upon something and saying, no, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just, I'll stay here. Or it's whatever. Just because we don't want to embarrass ourselves or something like that. A little bit of embarrassment will save our lives in the long run. And so that is something that we need to not be worried about and instead be worried about situational awareness. Now, the big thing is there are some times, whether it's you just get, sideswiped or just weren't able to pay attention. It's not your fault or anything like that, or just because it's not completely healthy for you to be 100% situation aware. 100% you're looking around, your head's on a swivel and you're making sure everything's going on. People have recorded themselves trying to do this and they get physically ill or things like that because a lot of times, whether it's health reasons or just our lifestyle, we're not able to accommodate that type of lifestyle. I think Rob Pincus had it best. He said, no one's going to a restaurant that can see and asking for a Braille menu so they can feel the menu and see what they're wanting to order as they're making sure they're staying situational aware and looking around. No one's doing that because there are some aspects where eventually you're either not going to be able to be situation aware or something's going to slip through. The thing is that there's a maximum level that everyone 100% situation aware. No one's going to really be able to attain that, or no one, it's not healthy to be able to be that level. But other people are way down here, and maybe there's other people that are here or here. But if we can get higher on that level, wherever it might be, way down here or up there, is better than no situational awareness at all. So, guys, please, 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 for your safety, for your loved one's safety, try at all costs to avoid situations that might find yourself in danger. Pay attention to your subconscious or to maybe your little one saying something and you just laugh it off or think whatever and they notice something you didn't. Whatever it might be, for your everyday safety, for your situational awareness, please pay attention to better your reactive defense.